You'll export a draft version of the On the Move movie using the render queue. Select the movement composition in the project panel, and then choose Composition, Add to Render Queue. After Effects opens the Render Queue panel. The movement composition is in the queue. Note the default settings in the Render Settings and Output Module pop-up menus. By default, After Effects produces a full-size, high-quality movie. You'll change the settings to create a low-resolution test file that will render quickly. Click the arrow to the right of the Render Settings, then click the words Draft Settings. After Effects opens the Render Settings dialog box. You'll use most of the settings pre-selected in the Draft Settings template, but you'll reduce the resolution and ensure the entire composition is rendered. In the Render Settings dialog box, choose Third for resolution. When you choose Third, After Effects renders 1/9 of the pixels in the composition, 1/3 of the rows, and 1/3 of the columns. In the Time Sampling area, choose Length of Comp for the time span. Click OK to close the Render Settings dialog box. Choose Lossless from the Output Module pop-up menu if it's not already selected. If you're using Windows, proceed to Step 7. If you're using Mac OS, click the blue word Lossless, and then in the Output Module Settings dialog box, click Format Options. Choose DV25 NTSC from the Video Codec menu, and click OK. Click OK again to close the Output Module Settings dialog box. Click the blue words next to Output 2. In the Output Movie 2 dialog box, locate the Lessons Lesson 15 folder, and then create a new folder, and call the new folder Final_Movies. Open the Final Movies folder if it's not already open. Name the file draft_rq.avi. That is if you're using Windows. Otherwise, name the file draft_rq.mov for a Mac, and then click Save to return to the Render Queue panel. Click the Render button in the Render Queue panel. After Effects renders the movie. If there were additional movies, or the same movie with different settings in the queue, After Effects would render those too. Navigate to the Lessons Lesson 15 Final Movies folder. And then double-click your movie to preview it. If you need to make any final changes to the movie, reopen the composition and make those adjustments now. Remember to save your work when you finish, and then output the test movie again using the appropriate settings. After examining the test movie and making any necessary changes, you'll proceed with outputting the movie for full resolution broadcast.